Good evening and welcome to the match between Kirtland, University, and Varsity. We live in a country with freedom like you love it. Please stand and remove your hats when playing our national anthem.
Welcome to Kirtland High School, where the Hornets will kick off the 2014-2015 wrestling season with a double duel meet against University School and Edgewood. Euclid also is here. The Panthers will wrestle Ashtabula Edgewood in the first round, while Kirtland and University will tussle here on mat 1. We'll bring you that match live. And then in the second round, Kirtland will wrestle Edgewood. This is Steve Hay with OhioVarsity.com, and I'm here with Dan Cassimi, a Kirtland graduate and a longtime wrestling aficionado. So, Dan, what do these teams bring here tonight?
Well, these teams bring a lot of tradition. University School over the past 10 years has been one of the top schools in Division II. They've had years where they've been in the top 5 at the state tournament. Right now they're going through a rebuilding process, but they still have some very good wrestlers. As far as Kirtland goes, Kirtland is kind of at the peak of where they've been. They have 2 returning state qualifiers in Clayton Davidson and Evan Francis, and they're looking to do very well this year. It'll be a nice matchup between these 2 programs.
Outstanding. It looks like we're about to start here. I think we might have a forfeit at 106 pounds, where University has Paul Averill and Kirtland has Brendan Williamson, who weighed in at 105.6, but looks like they might be. Looks like he's getting ready to wrestle. We'll find out in a second. Yeah, there he goes. He's reporting to the table now. So, okay, we've got Brendan Williamson from Kirtland in the yellow and Paul Averill from University School in the maroon.
And they'll be wrestling at 113 probably. They bumped Williamson up.
We just got the forfeit. Yeah, there we go.
My bad.
Brendan Williamson with a forfeit at 106. Paul Averill is at 113 for University School. Kirtland does not have a wrestler, it doesn't look like. So,
nope.
Looks like we're about to be tied at 6-6. I don't know what they're doing, Dan. They didn't tell us.
No, they did not.
But it looks like we've got a match here.
Okay, so this would be Averill for University School versus Daniel Janke from Kirtland. Okay. There's a problem with Averill's shoelaces right now, so they're going to address that. Janke is... no, that's not Janke. That's Pedersen. That's Mike Pedersen. Janke was the other 120-pounder. So, sorry about that. I got to look before I talk. All right. Anyway, as we were saying, Kirtland is right now basically at the height of their program. They have 2 returning state qualifiers. They have a few more guys who have district experience. This is a very experienced Hornets team. This will be a very, very big duel for them. Very big duel for University School, too, and getting their program back up to where they were a few years ago. Just hand fighting for now. Oh, there's a shot by Pedersen. Gets around, and 2. They award him 2. Pedersen now trying for the power half. He has the legs in. Pedersen's got to work for the turn. Whereas Averill has to work up. But it's going to be awfully tough with Pedersen on his hips. Pedersen's looking for near fall points, but he didn't get them. And they go out of bounds. 2-0 Pedersen of Kirtland. That's a clash. It's going to be 1 point for Averill of University School. When you're on the top, you cannot lock hands. 1 point is awarded for University School. It's 2-1 Kirtland. They reset in the center. Pedersen on top, Averill on the bottom. Averill gets up. Pedersen brings it back down.
Pedersen trying to work that armbar in there, the armbar to the near side tilt.
Pedersen's looking for near fall points. When you get the opponent's back over 45 degrees from the mat, you score points in either 2 or 3. But he does not get it before time expires. The first period ends 2-1 Kirtland. Pedersen chooses neutral. Both wrestlers will start on their feet, look for a takedown. And Averill gets a shot, gets the head and the leg. He might be in a position for a cradle. Pedersen spread Averill out too much. He couldn't get the cradle. So now Pedersen is in on the leg. And he's in deep. Now Averill has the upper hand again, and this is going to be close to 2. As they inch closer to the edge of the mat, and they go out of bounds. Both are on their feet still. 2-1 Kirtland. Both wrestlers are looking for a takedown. They called it 2. My bad. They called it 2 for Averill. So it's 3-2 Averill. And Averill class. So now 3-3. Did you see the takedown? I didn't either. All right. Well, anyway, that's clasping on Averill. So it's 3-3. Kirtland is in the bottom position. University School is on top. And Pedersen reverses him, and he's getting near fall points with the Peterson. We'll see how many near fall points he was awarded. 2.
Oh, he switches to the head move. Oh, we get the reversal. He's got that half in pretty deep. He's a little bit high.
Well, it was. After that scramble, it was 7-3, and then University scored 4 or 5. 2 for the reversal, 3 for the backs. And they gave both 5. So it should be 8-8 right now. And they made it 8-8. So it's 8-8 after that flurry on the mat. It's not very often at the high school level that you see rolling around like that. And the period ends 8-8. It'll be University School's choice. They choose neutral. Both wrestlers are going to be looking for a takedown here. A takedown that could possibly win them the match. Averill attacks first. Pedersen gets out of it. Pedersen now in on the leg. Pedersen driving in, and he gets the 2. 10-8. Pedersen from Kirtland on top. Pedersen gets the legs in. He's got to work for a turn. Averill has to work to escape or get a reversal. We have 1:15 left. 10-8. Pedersen from Kirtland. Pedersen is on top, but I'll tell you what, Averill is putting him in a lot of trouble with those rolls. Averill's got to work out, try to get an escape. Pedersen's got to continue to try to get backs, and he does. The ref is counting near fall right now. And a pin with 26 seconds left. So that was a pin time of 5:34. Pedersen from Kirtland gets the win. Pin time 5:34. All right, next we'll move to 126 pounds, where University School has Kevon Rashidi, and Kirtland has one of many. So this is going to be Daniel Janke.
Stay in control, Kevon.
Janke, the taller, longer of the wrestlers. Rashidi is shorter and stockier. Janke with a low single, gets on top, gets the 2 points for a takedown. 2-0 Janke, first period. And he lets him out. 2-1, Janke, another low single. To you watching at home, this might be an uncomfortable position, but really it's pretty normal in wrestling. And he gets around for 2. 4-1, Janke, and he lets him out again. 4-2, Janke over Rashidi. Tries an ankle pick to no avail. Rashidi now attacking. And they break. 45 seconds left in the first period. Still 4-2, Janke. Janke again on a single. Drives it and gets the 2. 6-2, Janke on 3 takedowns. Janke looking now for the cradle, but does not get it. 20 seconds left. Janke looking for the near fall. And he does get a near fall count with 5 seconds left. But he will not get the pin before the time expires. But let's see how many near fall points he gets. 3. So that'll make the score 9-2 after the first period. 9-2 Janke from Kirtland. University School head coach Sean Gross yelling good stuff to his wrestler. Been in that position. Another low single by Janke. He's in deep, but Rashidi blocks him off really nicely. Then Janke spins around and gets a 2. So it's 11-2. Janke lets him out, 11-3. Every escape is worth 1 point. Every takedown is worth 2. So if you keep doing that, it's a good formula. Another takedown for Janke. A minute and a half left in the second period. And the score is 13-3. Janke from Kirtland. Janke with a half Nelson right to the back. And with a minute left to pin him, this is game over. With 1:04 left in the second period, Daniel Janke gets the pin. So that pin time is 2:56. All right, we move to 132 pounds, where University gets to choose between Charlie Olson and Cameron Rashidi. Looks like this is going to be Rashidi. Thanks. This is Cameron Rashidi. And for Kirtland, we have Mike Calvert. Calvert is no stranger to big matches, was his district qualifier the last couple years. Rashidi also had some big matches at the sectional tournament. Calvert in on the shot and does not get to yet. Now he does. 2-0 Calvert. Lets him out, 2-1. 30 seconds into the match. 1 shot, 1 score. Calvert spins around, gets another takedown. 4-1 Calvert, lets him go. 4-2. Rashidi in on an interesting looking double. He's got to pop his head out though. And Calvert gets the takedown. Calvert is trying to let him out, I think. 6-3. And an ankle pick makes it 8-3. Basically, this is what Kirtland's going to do right now is work takedowns. Calvert with a nice tilt. He's getting near fall points right here. Rashidi fights off his back, but that was 3 near fall points. That's going to make the score 11-3. Let's see if he gets a new set of near falls. So, no, he did not. So the first period ends 11-3 in the favor of Mike Calvert from Kirtland over Cameron Rashidi from University School. Rashidi begins the second period on top, Calvert on the bottom. Calvert switches and gets 2 points for a reversal. 13-3. Calvert trying to get a cradle. And he does. And that's it. 1:33 into the second period. We have a pin, so that's at 2:27. Pin time of 2:27 for Mike Calvert of Kirtland. Now we're at 1:38. Kirtland has Evan Francis. University School has, maybe we're not at 1:38. We skipped a few weight classes. Because that's our,
no, I think that's the alternate. Yeah, okay. Charlie Olson there.
Yeah,
for University in the maroon.
Yep. All right. So this is Evan Francis for Kirtland and Charlie Olson for University School. Evan Francis with a takedown right away. 2-0 lets him up 2-1. Francis is a two-time state qualifier in Division III.
He had the odd off-season workout this year of playing football, so that's just something new for him.
Yep, first time playing football, came out halfway through the year, and actually got some playing time.
He sure did. He was a special team stalwart. Heck of a run for the Hornets, making it to their fourth straight state championship game.
Clayton Davidson also went out for football for the first time as a high schooler, and he started at defensive end by the end of the year.
Yeah, unfortunately, he got a little bit banged up, and he won't be clear for wrestling until Monday, so we won't see Clayton Davidson, Kirtland's other state qualifier, in action tonight.
Back on the mat, 4-2 lead for Evan Francis on 2 takedowns and 2 escapes. Evan Francis takes him over onto his back with a cradle that does not look like he's going to be able to get out of. Olson is a good wrestler in his own right. He was a district alternate last year, placing 5th at the sectional tournament for University School. And the first period ends 9-2. Evan Francis of Kirtland over Charlie Olson of University School. Olson immediately in on a single. Francis with some creative defense, and I think he's getting near fall points from it. And a pin. Jeez. You won't see that very much.
That pin gives Kirtland a 30-0 lead over University School here about midway through the dual meet.
And that pin came with 1:42 left in the second period. So that would have been 2:18. 2:18 on the pin time. All right, now I think we're going to have to skip some. Oh, Gus got a forfeit. Gus Mormino from Kirtland gets a forfeit, and that would have been 1:45. And then 1:52 is the next weight class. So we're going to see Mason Monahan of University School versus Chris Brown of Kirtland. Monahan went 2-2 at sectionals last year. And in that in that sectional, he had a win over an Edgewood wrestler. I don't know how that's going to factor into tonight, but Edgewood is also here. Both wrestlers starting out aggressive with the tie-ups. No real commitment for a shot, but it's still early. Brown does commit for the shot, but he's so far away. It looks like Monahan's going to be able to get the upper hand on it. He's in a front headlock position, trying to snap Brown down. More of the same, but Monahan spins around and gets the two. Monahan with a 2-0 lead over Brown.
The bonus points Kirtland has recorded so far this dual meet are going to be important because the Hornets didn't weigh in anyone beyond 160. And University has a 160, a 182, a 195, and a 285. So those are going to be some forfeit points.
And a big reason for that is that Kirtland just played last week in football, and they need at least a week off between sports. It's some kind of an OHSAA rule.
So yeah, you've got a lot of the big guys for Kirtland are sitting this dual meet out. So it's real important that the smaller guys finish their matches strong, as they have so far.
Definitely they have. Monahan is wrestling extremely well right now. He looks very aggressive, and he carries a 2-0 lead into the second period. I think this is the first period that has ended with University School in the lead.
It has. They did. There was a tie match earlier, but yeah, this is right. This is the first advantage for the Preppers.
The Preppers, you got to love that name. It reminds me of Saved by the Bell when A.C. Slater used to call Zach Morris Preppy. That was one of my favorite shows as a kid.
You're aging yourself, Dan.
I know.
I try not to do that. I don't talk about the Waltons or any shows like that.
The Waltons, yeah. Monahan looking to get out, extend his lead to 3-0, but Brown is holding on. I don't know how long he's going to be able to hold on, though. And they go out. 2-0, 20 seconds into the second period. Monahan got the first move, but the pinch behind him kept him down. Monahan not looking for an escape. He's looking for a reversal, and he might get it. And he does. Monahan, a reversal, and he has a 4-0 lead. 45 seconds into the second period. Monahan looking for the turn. Remember, if he gets Brown's back 45 degrees above the mat, he gets near fall points.
And there it is. He's close.
He needs a few more inches.
There's the count.
Now he's getting it.
And there's the count of 5, so he drew 3 points.
And that'll make the lead 7-0 in favor of Monahan from University School. If you're Monahan right now, you want to keep being aggressive and look for more near fall points. If you're Brown, you got to try to get your hips under you and get out. And the second period ends 7-0 for Monahan. Kirtland gets the choice, and Brown chooses neutral. Both wrestlers will start on their feet and try for a takedown. So far, there's only been one takedown in this match. Monahan got it in the first period. Monahan in a front headlock position. Monahan spins around and gets to 9-0 Monahan with a minute and a half left in the match. Brown gets out, escape, 9-1. Brown is showing a lot of toughness, sticking with it, keeping going hard. But 11-1 with 55 seconds left is an awfully big mountain to climb. Monahan has wrestled an excellent match, scoring in all periods and from really all positions. And he might score again. He's got that half in deep. 20 seconds left. Now he's getting near fall points.
Boy, that'd be a big stick for University if he can do that. They've got those forfeits coming up. You have one more match to wrestle. If Brown can fight off his back, he might,
3 seconds.
He might seal the win for Kirtland, and I think he did.
No pin.
Yeah, I think that seals the dual meet win for Kirtland. I went to Kent State, so my math isn't the sharpest, but with one more match to wrestle, I'm not sure the Preppers can catch the Hornets.
And that match ended 14-1. Monahan from University School gets the win over Brown from Kirtland. Really, the difference in that match, when they were even on their feet, was that Brown was trying to wrestle from his belly, and you just can't do that. But that was a very well-contested match by both wrestlers.
Yeah, Monahan looked really good, on his feet and on top. He rode Brown out almost that entire second period. Very strong on top, especially for really the first day of wrestling, the first match. So
absolutely.
Looked very good. Well, there it is. Chris Takanis with the forfeit at 160, and the Hornets will go up 36-4, and that'll do it. My math aside, I think Kirtland will pull this one out.
And now the rest of the way is just forfeits in the favor of University School. We will see Thomas Lipker at 170. Is it 170 now? And Andrew Asbeck at 182. And Nick Orlando at 195. And Gabe Cohen at 285. All will be receiving forfeits. Now this will not be the case in another couple weeks. But since Kirtland went so deep into the playoffs, all the upper weights are not there. Talking about Dylan Deemer, Clayton Davidson, Dylan Che, all the kids who were playing last week.
Well, we'll see how I do, but I think my math has it at Kirtland 42, University 22. We'll see when they update the scoreboard, but I think that's where we're at.
For the matches that were wrestled, I believe that was a very well-contested duel.
Oh, no doubt. Kirtland really looked strong early on. I think they had four consecutive pins or 5 consecutive pins, and then that last match there at 152 was a good one. Both wrestlers looked strong. Obviously, Chris needs to do a little bit more on his feet, and he's got to work to get out from the bottom. But I think none of them were quick pins. Everybody had to work for what they got, and So Kirtland pulled it on. Now they show 36-30. I don't know how they came up to that, but I'll have to redo my math. But that's what it looks like the final. Oh, they're changing it now, so we'll see. Maybe I was right after all.
I don't know that they know what they're doing up there. I think we should add it up ourselves.
There's only one thing we know for sure, and that's that Kirtland won.
Yeah, yeah. But it was like I said. I mean, like even the matches that would seem lopsided. Both wrestlers really were aggressive, and they did a great job toughing it out.
Okay, now they have 50-14, so yeah, that definitely doesn't look right. But either way, Kirtland won. We'll figure out the final score at some point, and we'll let you know in the second round. But we're going to take a break here as we wait on the Euclid-Edgewood match to finish. It looks like they're at 1:45, so we're probably going to have about a 20-minute to 30-minute break here. We've got some exhibition matches coming up here on this match, so we'll keep the camera rolling. We won't provide the play-by-play on that, but we'll see you back here in about a half hour or so for round 2, Kirtland versus Edgewood.
Unless they have Euclid and University on this mat. I don't know which one they're... Oh, okay. All right. those of you who may be watching this exhibition match between Kirtland and Euclid, Joey Zavko is a Kirtland wrestler. I'm not exactly sure who the Euclid wrestler is, but was. I should have said was. Zavko was out there. This is Andonian. Joey Zavko wrestled at Willoughby as a youngster. He's a very good wrestler there. Andonian wrestled, I believe, for West Shore, which is St. Ed's youth program. I know his brother does. His brother was a state runner-up for West Shore. He would be in 8th grade right now. This mic is, well, and in the exhibition match, Andonian gets the pin with 3 seconds left in the second period, which would make it a pin time of 3:57. They're not identifying the wrestlers for us for these matches, but I know the Kirtland wrestler right here is Gus Mormino, sophomore. Mormino starts the match with a 5-0 lead after a takedown and back points. A minute left in the first period, and Mormino is again deep on the half Nelson looking for more back points. And he gets it. And the pin. With 32 seconds left in the first period. A pin time of a minute 28. Or as Brakeman would say, 68 seconds. Or 88 seconds, my bad. 88, yeah. You would never know that both of my parents are math teachers. Okay.
And I'm going to create a new one. Just tell them we're going to shut down for a minute, and then we'll be back in 10 minutes.
All right, we're going to shut the broadcast down for about 10 minutes. We'll be back, and we will create a new broadcast for the second duel, which will be Kirtland High School versus Edgewood High School.